Two people walk into the same company on the same day. Same age, same degree, same starting salary. 10 years later, one of them runs the entire department. The other one still dreads Monday mornings. And here's the uncomfortable part. The one who got ahead was never the smarter one. Most people believe getting ahead in life comes down to intelligence. Good grades, high IQ, natural talent. Neuroscience has been pointing somewhere else for years. The people who end up ahead of almost everyone are rarely the brightest in the room. They simply manage 9 specific things better than everyone around them. Every one of these 9 comes from brain research, and none of them require talent. Stay for the last one. It's the habit almost everyone gets backwards, and getting it wrong quietly sabotages the other 8. Before the list, you need to see why most self-improvement fails in the first place. People try to change their lives through willpower. They grit their teeth, make promises, and count on discipline to carry them. 2 weeks later, they break, feel guilty, and restart the same cycle. Your brain was never built to win that fight. Willpower is a limited resource, and it runs out exactly when you need it most. The 9 habits you're about to see work precisely because they don't depend on it. Habit 1, stress management. Remove stress on purpose. Long-term success is measured less by raw intelligence and more by emotional resilience. Chronic stress is one of the strongest triggers for illness, both mental and physical. So run an audit on your own routine. Which situations spike your stress every single week? Which people drain you every time you interact? Whatever can be removed, remove. Protecting your mind is maintenance, the same way you maintain anything you depend on. Habit 2, environment versus willpower. Change your environment instead of fighting it. Trying to quit a stubborn habit through pure discipline usually ends the same way. You resist for a while, then relapse, then blame yourself. The research is clear here. Changing your surroundings beats resisting temptation inside them. Remove the trigger, and the behavior loses its fuel. If your phone hijacks your mornings, it sleeps in another room tonight. If certain friends always pull you into the same old patterns, shrink the time you give them. Design the context, and the behavior follows on its own. Habit 3, balance reason and emotion. Your prefrontal cortex handles planning and logic. Your limbic system handles emotion. They work like a seesaw, and neither side should win permanently. Here's a tool that sounds too simple to matter: an emotions journal. Every night, write down what you felt during the day and what triggered it. Naming your feelings trains your brain to categorize them. And people who can categorize what they feel make visibly better decisions under pressure, especially when the feedback hurts. Habit 4, plasticity and consequences. Use consequences to reshape your brain. Your brain physically rewires based on what you experience. Scientists call it plasticity. The rule underneath it is simple. Behavior that gets rewarded gets repeated. So attach an immediate reward to the habits you're trying to build. Finish the workout, then enjoy something you love right away. Your brain links the two, and soon it starts asking for the habit on its own. You stop pushing the behavior. The behavior starts pulling you. Habit 5, social context. Respect the power of your social context. We copy the people around us far more than we'd like to admit. Place a disciplined person inside a toxic environment, and the environment usually wins. Here's the part worth writing down. What looks like a character flaw is often just an adaptation to a bad context. Change the room, and the flaw frequently disappears with it. Quick pause. 9 habits, and we're halfway through. Which one hits closest to home for you? Type the number in the comments. I read every single one. Habit 6, sleep. Guard your sleep like it's your job. 7 to 9 hours every night. That's biology, and biology doesn't negotiate. While you sleep, your brain rinses out the chemical waste it produced during the day. Skip that cleaning, and you wake up with a chemically dirty brain. More impulsive, less focused, worse at every decision that matters. Sleep is the moment your engine cools down. Nobody performs at a high level on an overheated engine. Habit 7, exercise. Move your body for your mind. Exercise regulates the chemical soup your brain runs on. It stabilizes mood, sharpens focus, and rebuilds self-esteem from the inside out. The mirror is a side effect. The real payoff is thinking clearly at 9 in the morning. Habit 8, relationships. Treat relationships as your best investment. A Harvard study followed people for over 80 years to find out what predicts a happy life. The answer wasn't money. It wasn't fame or career status either. It was the quality of their relationships. People with deep, solid connections stayed healthier, sharper, and happier into old age. Strong bonds are the highest return investment available to you, and they cost nothing but presence. Habit 9, dopamine versus gratitude. Which brings us to number 9, the one almost everyone gets backwards. During the day, you should be dopamine-driven, hungry, focused, chasing your goals with fire in your eyes. That drive is healthy. But drive alone carries a hidden cost. If you only chase and never appreciate, your brain locks into permanent dissatisfaction. Every win feels smaller than the next target. You hit the goal, feel nothing, and move the goalpost again. That loop is where constant anguish comes from. The fix is running both systems. Chase hard during the day. Then, at some point every single day, stop and feel genuine gratitude for what you've already built. The ambition gives your life direction. The gratitude gives it meaning. Drop either one, and the other 8 habits slowly stop mattering. Now, look back at this list for a second. Sleep, movement, people, managing what you feel. Nothing here demands talent, luck, or a gifted brain. Getting ahead of 99% of people was never about secret formulas. It's about doing the basics that almost nobody does consistently. So pick one habit from this list. Just one. Start tonight. Your future self is built from what you repeat, and today already counts.